For the Festival of the Mind, we're going to be trying to work out the mood of Sheffield by looking at the language that people use in their tweets. So this analysis will be running and give us real-time data on how happy Sheffield is at any given moment, according to the kind of tweets that people are posting.
What we wanted to do in the project was find a way of representing the sort of emotions that we were picking up in our analysis. They were easy to understand, so sort of things that anyone, including children, people without a technical background, could interpret quite easily. So the idea that we came up with Human Studio was to essentially have kind of smiley faces, almost like emojis, which represented the emotions that we were picking up within the tweets.
The idea is that there's a real-time analysis running behind that, and the face will change and respond according to what the language is in the tweets that it's analysing. So that might all sound a bit abstract, but if I can give you an example, if I was walking along and I decided to send a tweet saying, had a brilliant morning, lovely weather, nice walk to work, and bought some smart new shoes at lunchtime, the analysis would pick up on the positive emotion words such as brilliant, lovely, and nice, and represent that tweet with some happy graphics. Whereas if later in the same day I sent a tweet which said, okay day at work, but awful weather this afternoon, got soaked walking to the bus, new shoes ruined, gutted. The analysis would then pick up on the negative emotion words, so awful, ruined and gutted, and analyse that tweet as being generally unhappy.
Well, I think the thing that's interesting about this project is it gives us a different type of analysis of people's social media. So a lot of the previous work is focused on kind of almost obvious characteristics like age or gender, and this is looking at something a bit different. So it's actually looking at how people feel and then extrapolating out of individual tweets and then identifying how a city feels.
I work in the mental health group, which is a research group within SHAR, and one of our big priorities is looking at the mental health of the population. For this project we wanted to really focus down a bit more on Sheffield, and we know from all the research that's published that one of the biggest barriers to people seeking help for their mental health problems is around stigma, is around fear of what's going to happen if I talk about my mental health. So I really hope that this project contributes in some small way to that bigger conversation about our emotional well-being. So for example, people will be able to use their Twitter usernames and analyse their own Twitter profile. And that might be interesting for some folk to reflect on, okay, well, this is how the world is perceiving me according to what I'm putting out on Twitter. And for those folk who are struggling, I hope in some small way this project may help them to feel that they can talk about that, whether that's online or whether that's in person. Normally when we're doing academic work, the point of that is to produce a final report or perhaps an academic publication. And with the best will in the world, we know that unless you're a Nobel-winning scientist, the reach of those is quite limited. This project kind of turns that on its head really, and the opportunity is to talk to loads of people and to have an idea and to communicate that across a city, which is a really, really valuable opportunity and not something that I've been able to do previously. So, a big thank you to the Festival of the Mind for the chance to do that. But that's the whole idea of the project, is to actually get people talking about well-being, talking about happiness, unhappiness, what it is that constitutes the good life in Sheffield. And I think if we can achieve that, then that's a really valuable achievement.